Ridgeview football, is there anything better than practicing in December as a football coach?
No, it's. I mean, it's a grind. To be honest with you, it's a grind, but it's that competitive grind that you love and you shoot for every year, and to be here and kind of be the last man standing. I mean, I talk to guys about it all the time. It's not about winning your first game or your second game. It's about being the last man standing, and we're here and now we need to play well in our last game.
And that last game in the Central Section playoffs, we won't look too far ahead to state just yet, but you guys beat Sanger last week, and now you get a very familiar foe. Last 2 years, you guys have split the D3 championships with Dinuba. Can you give us some perspective on what you see out of this team and what the difference may be between them beating you guys last year up at their home and then you guys being the one seed and getting the home game this Friday?
Well, yeah, last 2 years we traded punches. I mean, we smacked them around pretty good. 2 years ago, last year they smacked us around at least as good as we did them. And so, this year, from what I've seen in the film, I mean, they are solid. Their D line, their O line, real physical. They have a really strong running back, and their guys fly around. They play physical ball. They're not going to be intimidated by anybody. And our guys are a lot. They're a lot like that. I mean, we're not going to take a whole lot off anybody. We actually have to tone our guys down a little bit. We've had a lot of personal fouls lately. It's really causing some stress in my life. But we need to eliminate that stuff if we got a chance to beat these guys because they're a really good football team.
Knowing the opponent, having played them at this highest level in the Central Section the last 2 years and now third year in a row, does that hurt or harm you when you're trying to coach these guys? Because you have players on this team that are like, oh, coach, I know about him from last year, but obviously last year is last year and this year is this year. How do you approach players when they say, oh, coach, I got it, I know how he is, but that player is not the same player he was 12 months ago?
Yeah, well, there's matchup things that we need to take care of, but mainly, I mean, they're a program. We're a program. They know what we do, and we know what they do. So I think the schemes and things are going to be consistent with what we expect and what they expect from us. And it's going to come down to who's going to be the better football team is what I really believe. And I expect a close game. I expect a battle. I expect a real physical game. And you just never know how the thing's going to turn out. But you can be two really good football teams playing Friday night.
And you alluded to it's not how you play your first or second game, it's how you finish out. But you had that strong schedule. You played Frontier in the doubleheader to start the year. You beat Liberty the next week. You beat Centennial, and then you had that tough game right here where you had probably 6,000 fans here for that BHS game, which you guys lost 28-20. How much did that September schedule help you in preparation to be able to play now in December?
Well, I think it was a gamble. I mean, it was one of the things that kids want to do, and I was for it, but it was still a gamble because you go play that toughest schedule, and there's some injury risks and all of that, and then plus you might get your butt kicked, and it might change your whole season. But our approach was, hey, we're gonna, if we win 2 out of 5 or whatever, we're happy, whatever. We just want to get better, and so, but unfortunately we came out winning 4 out of 5, and we lost one against BHS, but all in all, it was just to make our kids tougher and better, and I think it's gonna pay off for us.
And that's one thing too is people will look at this team and go, is this a D1 Central Section team masquerading as a D2 team because of what placement you're in this year?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we're a D2 team. I don't know what to say, but we're a pretty good D2 football team. We're a pretty good football team in general. I mean, obviously, we don't mind playing the D1 schools, but I mean, there's reasons that your schools are D2 and D3s and all that kind of stuff. But hey, we're proud of our kids. We're playing hard.
Dennis, what's been the biggest thing for you since you stepped on foot here at Ridgeview? You've obviously had a lot of success here. What's been the formula for you for this continued winning progression, even as you go through players year in and year out?
Well, I think from the get-go, I think it's administrative support. When you come into a new situation, I mean, you can't, the old saying, change a tire, and you still got the crappy engine. So our administration's been on board from the get-go, and then we've had a great staff. I mean, we're all friends. Like you guys are at your station. I mean, we joke around, we kid around. You got to have thick skin to be around our group, and I think it starts with that. And then we've had talented kids. I mean, talented kids that have learned to play, like team guys, and they bond and they're family. I mean, you come between these guys and you got the whole pack. So, I mean, there's a certain reality about all of that stuff, and there's a lot of pride, I think, in our kids and in the way we play, and I think it pays off.
2 weeks ago, you and I sat here and we talked about after Sheldon went for 370 some offensive yards and six touchdowns, but it's your O linemen that really have that mentality that, this is our show. It all starts with us. How much fun is it for you as a head coach to have guys with personality like Justin James and know that these guys not only work hard, but they know they're good?
Well, Sheldon's great. I mean, he's smart. He knows how to get on the lineman's side. And, all our backs are. But, the funny thing is the lineman really, it's genuine. Hey, this is about us. We run the football because of us. So, if you get out of line, we're going to keep you in line. And so, just remember that, you're getting yards because of us, even though, he's a great back and, they want to block for him. And so it's a great chemistry. And they love each other. They play for each other.
And then Friday night, lone game here in Kern County. What would you say to football fans, high school football fans in the area, what to expect and why to come out and watch this game since Liberty is up at Edison, playing Edison at Sunnyside tonight?
Well, first of all, it's Dinuba, the entire community. We saw it in Sanger. They completely filled up our visitor bleachers, and they're going to bring extra stands. So Dinuba I guarantee you, will fill up the visitor side. So it's going to be our side. We're going to pre-sell, I think, to help out with the all the people trying to get in. But just like last week, the game was started, and then there's a half-hour line to get in. So. It's going to be like that, even more so this Friday night, because we are the only game in town, and they're going to see some really good football.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get here early. And Dennis Manning, head coach of Ridgeview football. Good luck Friday night.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.